Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I'm going to start this video off with a tweet. I got this from at Bob in Deep XRP. This is a big time article right here, folks. This is from Forbes. Donald Trump just made Bitcoin a 2020 election issue. They're talking about Donald Trump's tweet here, and I think that this could not be more right than it is. The Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world has been left reeling after U.S. President Trump unleashed a scathing attack on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, branding them unregulated crypto assets and based on thin air. And then as you go along in this article, it says, however, far more importantly, Trump has inadvertently catapulted Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies into a presidential issue and given valuable recognition to the burgeoning Bitcoin technology, with some 2020 U.S. presidential election hopefuls already Bitcoin and cryptocurrency fans. Possibly the largest bull signal. This is from Jeremy Allaire. I covered this the other day. He said it's possibly the largest bull signal for Bitcoin ever when Trump tweeted this. And then they talk about how also what I talked about with the Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong tweeted that was his dream or something to that effect. But anyway, bottom line is, now it says at the end here, now Trump has made Bitcoin a valid issue. There's nothing stopping these and others in the race to the White House making Bitcoin and crypto a bigger part of their campaigns. Now, I believe that we in the XRP community and we in the digital asset community overall need to make this a campaign issue. I believe that we need to start reaching out to all of these politicians and getting them to be pro digital assets. I believe this could be one of the biggest things that we do for digital assets in general, but also specifically for XRP, is to start reaching out to these politicians and making them aware of what XRP represents and what Ripple's doing to improve the world using XRP. And so I'm going to start showing you some of the Twitter handles of these politicians so that we can start getting things going. I may send out a tweet today. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to send out a tweet. I'm going to find out who some of these politicians are that are running and let's go ahead and get them to start having a dialogue and put them in a position where they need to come up with a platform on digital assets. That way, we'll get all the free advertising we want in this space, and that is a good thing. Okay, next I got this from Sergeant Obi-Wan, at Sergeant Obi-Wan, sent me this tweet from Bond. This is a tweet from Bond Crip. BAC's futures testing will not impact Bitcoin's price. On July 22nd, the company will begin beta testing this product and the underlying infrastructure to see how things will evolve. This phase is referred to as user acceptance testing. So the open of BAC this month is symbolic, yes, but it's not going. There's not necessarily going to be a lot going on with it physically yet, but they're going to begin to ramp up, and that's what's important. Okay, next I got this from Otto Van Bismarck, at Otto Gunger, sent me this. This is big time. Marcus Treacher from Ripple, powered by Ripple, and great to see this important payment corridor go live. Santander's UK's OnePayFX app now supports payments to Poland from UK. No fees, best X rate, smooth payment experience. So that's powered. Excuse me. I woke up with, felt like not a cold, but just a little throaty here. But anyway, this is the Santander app, and they've gone live. And this is a new corridor from Poland to UK. That is big time. Okay, next from NBK Crypto, at NBKLYRAD, sent me this. Now, folks, this is every once in a while I get hit. Someone sends me an article or something, and I'm just left kind of. I'm fascinated by the article, and I'm just staring at the thing. And this was one of those instances. I am looking at this, and the first thing that hits me when I went to this is it looks kind of creepy, okay? But the first thing that pops in my head when this article was sent to me, and here's what the name of the article was: the British banking dynasty that's even older than the Rothschilds. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Hoare and Company has been in business for more than 300 years, and the family that founded it is still running the show. Now, I was just and all this article is about is just how this is the oldest bank, period, and it is just a really interesting article about this bank and how old they are and how they've just multi generations that they've passed this bank down, and all the ins and outs of it, and the fact that they're older than the Rothschilds. So I was scrolling through this article, and this is something that just hit me. I'm reading through this, and I keep seeing this bird, the eagles, the double-headed eagles. But the first thing I thought of is the same thing you're probably thinking of if you've been around the XRP community for a while. First thing I thought of is this. This is that article, the front page of The Economist magazine. I believe it was from 1988, and a lot of people believe that this was like a prediction of digital assets, and and apparently this is the Rothschilds magazine or whatever. And so, but when I was going through this, article, and just by pure coincidence, their coat of arms, I guess this is the Hoare family coat of arms, a double-headed eagle. And so I'm just looking at that and thinking, well, that's kind of weird. So then I start going through this article. I'm going through and there it is again. And I'm going through this as I go down the page here. They're showing how long this bank's been around, and some documents and all kinds of their history. And then you come to this page down here. That's one of the Hoares, I guess. I know what you're thinking. Okay. And then you get down here, and this is the bird at the end of this hallway. And there's just something creepy about this. And then, now what does all this have to do with XRP? Really, this article doesn't really have anything to do with XRP until I read the caption for this picture. It just jumped out at me. Look down here. It says, a collection of ledgers recording the bank's transactions dates back centuries. And I just thought to myself, well, doesn't that hallway full of ledgers really symbolize how things are about to change? These people have been controlling this banking system for hundreds of years, and now everything is about to change. And we have these eagles. It's just something about this article just jumped out at me. So what I will do now, I'm going to take those eagles. I'm going to take this part of this hallway, I think, and put an XRP right there for my thumbnail. I think that'd be a great shot. Okay, moving along. Let me get rid of that. Okay. This is from somebody that just popped up on Twitter, at EKSARPI, at XRP, right? The number of XRP wallets has risen plus 42% in the past year. The number of XRP wallets on July 24, 2018 was 1.2 million. That number on July 14, 2019 was 1.7 million. The average growth of XRP wallets in the past 355 days, 1,490 wallets a day. And then he tweets this one out. 1/3 of the Bitcoin network is slow, costly, unscalable, and energy inefficient, I guess is what he said. Yet many BTC maxis say Bitcoin value comes from the electric energy consumption needed to secure its network. Let's be honest here. Energy consumption is not a value, it's a cost. A car manufacturer with high costs of labor and high costs of electricity doesn't make the best cars. It just makes cars with high costs. When people buy cars, they don't care about the manufacturing costs needed to make a car. What car buyers really care about is the quality of the car, its price, fuel consumption, technology. In terms of car industry, BTC is Ford Model T, XRP is a Tesla Model S. I like it. He's right. Okay. And next from Michael at VAL5 Links. I covered the Miami Dolphins they were going to be accepting cryptocurrency the other day, but I didn't realize that it was specifically they've chosen Litecoin. The Litecoin Foundation just announced that LTC will be the official cryptocurrency of the Miami Dolphins. I don't know why the Miami Dolphins would box themselves into that corner and just choose one like that. I think Litecoin Foundation is being aggressive in going after sports and different things like that. And so I think Litecoin also was on one of the in a UFC fight. And so I think the Litecoin Foundation is doing probably what it should do, which is go out and try to get different companies to sponsor to use Litecoin. Where's Bob at? Bob in Deep XRP sent me this. Now this is an interesting article right here, folks. Study exposes how Russia, Iran, and China are weaponizing crypto. For decades, U.S. adversaries have been trying to evade and undermine this power. And they're basically talking about the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency. But there has been no way to conduct significant international commerce without moving through the pipes of the U.S.-led global financial system. Now, however, new pipelines are being built. The Foundation for Defense of Democracies, FDD, stated. And then they go on and they say, Russia, Iran, and Venezuela have initiated blockchain technology experiments that their leaders paint as tools to offset U.S. financial coercive power and increase sanctions resistance. China is also wary of U.S. financial power and the ever-present threat of sanctions against Chinese officials. And then we'll go down here. This is a tweet. The Trump administration will add more sanctions to Iran. We're talking about how the U.S. is trying to do things the way they have always been done. But these guys are figuring out that crypto is the key to getting around it. That's why all of this is going to eventually, the U.S. is going to have to get on board. Of all U.S. adversaries, China is the best positioned to develop blockchain-based digital currency infrastructure that could compete with the dollar-based financial system. Now, remember, folks, part of what has been said with regard to the Trump administration, remember Corey Johnson in that article we talked about. He was the spokesperson for Ripple for the last year. He said Ripple had talked to the White House. He said the White House was not comfortable with China controlling the mining power of Bitcoin. And that made a lot of us think that maybe they see XRP as the U.S.'s solution to some of this. Now, this is the last thing I was going to read to you. The way forward is not to just consider the threats emanating from various types of fintech, but to think more creatively how the global financial system should adapt to technological change, the study reads. Exactly, and adapt they will. And then finally, XRP veteran, he says exactly, smart versus dumb money. And this is from Cryptonary. Just like the bear market filtered out many weak Bitcoin moon boys, the past month has done the same to the XRP fans. However, the strong and objective investors remain unmoved and as bullish as ever. And then XRP James T at XRP James sent me this. This is an advertisement on a subway in London. Yeah, London's Underground. Actual investors think in decades, not quarters. Exactly, folks. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Tell your friends and family. Actual investors think in decades, not quarters. Thanks for listening.